Russians, in their tens of thousands, have habitually paid tribute to Lenin in Moscow's Red Square. Now they come from near and far to mourn another leader of their country, Joseph Stalin. Old films recall the Russian history of our time. Last of the Romanovs, seen with his family, was shot by the communists. Kerensky headed the second provisional government after the February 1917 revolution until the Bolshevik Revolution of October. Grim pictures that marked that turning point in history. Next, Lenin, venerated as the father of the new Russia, and his one-time comrade, Trotsky, later murdered in exile. Lenin's successor, Stalin, has passed away, and who knows, a new may be written by Premier Malenkov on the left, seen with Voroshilov, the president, and Beria. Beria, Minister of the Interior, with Foreign Minister Molotov. What history will these men write? The world awaits the answer. At the Soviet embassy, there was a ceremony on the Monday, the ceremony of the presentation of the Sword of Honor for Stalingrad. This, of course, was the sword presented by the King on behalf of the people of Britain, a magnificent tribute to the immortal fame of the defenders of Stalingrad, whose victory there was a turning point in the war, a turning point which led to a year of Allied victories on every front. Marshal Stalin received the sword from our Premier and handed it to Marshall Voroshilov. Mr. Churchill. And these are some of the men carrying responsibility for that most desirable objective. Marshall Voroshilov, for years one of the Soviet's most prominent leaders, Sir Hastings Ismay. Marshall Voroshilov accompanied Marshal, now Generalissimo Stalin, to Lenin's tomb, from which Stalin and Budenny were to review the forces. It was a May Day celebration, and a victory celebration too, although it was held 1 week before V-Day. The conference lasted for over 10 days, during which a very wide field was covered and many points of vital importance for the future were agreed. Moscow, Washington, and London have all hailed the success of the meeting with unanimous enthusiasm. Marshal Voroshilov was a conspicuous figure when cameramen got to work during the interludes. And finally, the signing of the agreement on the 30th of October. This was not only a great victory over the Axis, which naturally never gives up its efforts to
presents a 20th century paradox. Where party is concerned, it's a case of Hobson's choice. Hardly surprising, therefore, that the communists were re-elected. Molotov and his wife are among the many million Russians choosing their candidates for the Supreme Soviet. Now Voroshilov.